Blessings to all of you. My name is Joshua from Chosen Vessels, the Preacher's Channel. Today is 3/24/2019. Our previous video presentation was about explaining the meaning of the name Israel from the root consonants Ya, Sh, Ra, and La, and Ya being a short for Yahweh, and the Sh being a short for Ashi, meaning strength or power, and the Ra, it is the head, meaning chief or that in heaven, and then the La, which is Lankplochi, which is a scepter in heaven. And altogether, the verse is Genesis 32, verse 28, where Yahweh said to Jacob, "Your name henceforth will be Israel," which means despite your many struggles with man and with Yahweh himself, you will still stand, meaning Yasharael. So Israel is a prophecy. The name depicts a prophecy of a people or of the children of Abraham, who by the words of Yahweh will continue to stand despite their many struggles with other people, with other nations, and despite their controversy with Yahweh himself. That's what Israel means. And the English word relating to the S or the Ashi in Israel is power or strength, which in Spanish is poder, and in the ancient Hebrew it is ns, the n and the s, ns, and in modern Hebrew it is koach. As a quick review of our previous lesson or presentation, however, the word fear is what we are going to examine today. Fear, not as in being scared with adrenaline rush causing your heart to race or your palms to sweat or goosebumps all over your body and making your hair stand on end like a cat suddenly realizing a cucumber at its feet and completely losing it. But we're talking about fear as relating to feeling anxious or worrying about yourself or about a predicament involving you or others. So, why we feel afraid and how Yahweh helps us cope with fear or anxieties is what this presentation is going to be about. All right. The origin of fear and anxiety revealed in the ancient Hebrew or the Hebrew. Fear. So, how do you say to fear in Spanish? It is temor. Temor. And how do you say to fear in the ancient Hebrew? It is von. Von. Literally, you're saying the letter v. Von. Okay. And how do you say The fear in modern Hebrew, it is pahad, pahad. Okay. And how do you say fear as a noun in Spanish? It is temer, temer, temer. And how do you say fear, the noun, fear in ancient Hebrew? It is von, von, v, v, von, von. We're literally saying the vowels, the consonant as it is pronounced, v, v. Okay. And again, in modern Hebrew, the noun is pahad. And what does it mean? So if you look at the sign of the pictograph in the ancient Hebrew, which is often confused with a ya, this is not a ya, okay? This is a v. This is where v, the letter V, derived from. It is a splinter, as you can see here in this picture. Okay, it is a splintered or something that is detached or unsupported. So in fear you have von von, meaning what? Splintered, detached, or unsupported. As the body language in this image is telling us. And details of this letter V, we have in our booklet in number 16, in the booklet Ancient Hebrew Revived Complete Chart. So wherefore, fear is the emotion we feel when alone, or when we feel cut off or broken or detached. We get anxious, we get worrisome when we feel that we have no support, or when we feel vulnerable and no hope in sight. And fear, or von, according to the ancient Hebrew, is the feelings of being detached or being cut off, or the feeling of being vulnerable. And how does Yahweh, the Lord, help us cope with anxiety and fear in general? And what should our approach be in helping people um, cope with fear and anxiety? Or what should your approach be in dealing with fear and anxiety? We have to turn to the scriptures. In Isaiah 41 verse 10, we read, quote, Yahweh said, fear thou not, meaning what? Don't feel detached and don't feel helpless. For I am with thee, which is what? He brings himself into our company. He comes in our company, and he says, be not dismayed, for I am thy what? Yahweh. I am thy Yahweh. I am thy help. I am thy strength. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. In strengthen, you can picture the binding of what is broken. All right, offering support to what is broken. And I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Unquote. And in the Lord's help, you can imagine here binding together what is broken, or helping you gather yourself back together. And again in Matthew chapter 10 verse 31, we read, quote, he says, fear ye not, therefore ye are of more value than many sparrows, unquote. Which is the feeling we get when we feel left out or cut out or rejected. Okay, we feel worthless, that we don't have value, and we become depressed. So how does Yahweh help us during these tough times he reassures us and he offers help and support to help us see it that we are not alone, at which point we begin to regain our confidence and self-worth. I have been there, and I'm sure you have been there too. And had it not been the Lord offering us time and time again his support and words of affirmation and cheering us on, most of us would have quit on life a long time ago. And that's how awesome the Lord is, and that's how important it is to have Yahweh on your side. And speaking of uh, being worrying and being anxious and depressed, King David knew it all. In Psalm 43, verse 5, David writes, and we read, quote, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope in Yahweh, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my Yahweh, my life," unquote. And who is Yahweh? In Hosea 2:16, we read again, quote, "And it shall be at that day, which is when in our days, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi, Ashi," however you read it, Ashi or Yashi or Ishi, wherefore we have Yashi, the ancient Hebrew. This rendering of Yashi is from the Greek translation. There is no Yah in the Greek, wherefore the Yah was substituted with a Ashi, Yashi. It is from here that we have Isa in Arabic, or Yesu, or Yisu, or Yeshua, or Yeshi, or Jesus. Okay, it shall be that at that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Yashi, or Jesus, and shall call me no more Baali, unquote. And Baali is another ancient Hebrew word we're going to take a closer look at. And so Jesus is Yashi. He is the Yah, the She of Yah, the arm of Yah. And to wrap it up, fear or anxiety is the emotion we feel when alone, when we feel cut off, when we feel detached, without any support, and vulnerable. And how does Yashi or Jesus help us cope with fear? He reassures us of his presence and reaffirms his support to us, that we are priceless, that you are priceless, and that you are not alone. Wherefore, we strongly believe that those around us deserve our words of encouragement, our words of affirmation, and our support, especially when there seems to be no hope in sight. This way, they will find hope and be encouraged to carry on to the very end. We have more videos like this one coming, so please stay tuned. And there is additional information in the description box of this video, and be sure to take a look. Thanks again for watching. My name is Joshua from Chosen Vessels, the Preacher's channel, and until next time.